Hello, dear children. Welcome to MoreatHome. How are you all today? I'm sure all of you are doing well. Okay, before we begin, let me just brief you on what we will be learning and what else is going to come from now on. Are you all ready? Okay, in our classes, we will be learning the basics of English through interesting stories, songs, games and activities. I'm sure all of you love these things, right? And in between this, just to delight you, we will also be having friends coming over to keep you entertained. So shall we begin today's session? Let me begin by asking you, what is the first letter in the English alphabet? Can any of you tell me what it is? Yes, it is the letter A. Now, to understand the letter, let me introduce you to a couple of words. Shall we begin? Okay. So the words for today are apple, arrow, alligator, arm, angel, ape, apron, air. Okay, all these are the new words that you are going to be introduced to. Now, did you notice the sound of the letters? Okay, A has three sounds. We have A, Ah. Now, using the sounds, let's go through all the words that were introduced. Shall we begin? Okay. A, apple. A, arrow. A, alligator. A, arm. A, angel. A, ape. A, apron. And A, air. I'm sure all of you will be able to read those words. Now, shall we go in for a song? Okay, but I cannot sing with you. I will definitely ask your music teacher to entertain you with a song that starts with the letter A. So, let me invite your teacher and you can sing along with her.
A is for apple, apple, apple. A is for arrow, arrow. A is for alligator, alligator, alligator. A is for arm, arm. A is for angel, angel, angel. A is for ape, ape. A is for apron, apron, apron. A is for air, air. A is for apple, apple, apple. A is for arrow, arrow. A is for alligator, alligator, alligator. A is for arm, arm. A is for angel, angel, angel. A is for ape. Ape. A is for apron. 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 A is for air. Air.
Welcome back, children. I hope all of you enjoyed the song. Now, let's move on to a story. Okay, now let's go in for a story. This story is about a fisherman. I hope all of you know what a fisherman is. Yes, they are men who go fishing. Okay, so let's start with the story. Okay, one day a fisherman went to a lake for fishing. He tried to catch fish. But even after a long time, he could not even get a single one. He was so tired and he decided to take a short nap. So what did he do? He found a tree, he went and sat below it and fell fast asleep. An angel who was sitting on the tree observed all this, and she felt so sorry for him. At the same time, there was an alligator who was also watching the fisherman. The alligator moved very slowly towards the fisherman because he thought he could eat the fisherman. Now, the angel saw what the alligator was planning to do. The angel decided to save the fisherman. She thought she could shoot down the alligator before he caught the fisherman. Now, what did she do? She took out her bow and arrows, which were made with letters. She aimed the arrows at the alligator, but suddenly she noticed that the arrows are incomplete with missing letters. Now the fisherman's life was in danger. Can you all help the angel to fix the arrow with the missing letter? Okay, only if you help her can she save the fisherman from the alligator. Now what I want you to do is pick the letters from the top left corner and fill it up for her. So shall we begin? Okay, now look at the first arrow. Try to identify the word and also notice what are the letters that are missing. Can you fill it? Very good. The word was apple. And what are the missing letters? A, P, P, L, E. Very good. Let's look at the second arrow. What do you think is the word? Yes, it's angel. And what is the spelling of angel? A, N, G, E, L. Excellent. Oh, here comes the third arrow. What do you think is the word? Yes, it's ape. A, P, E. Very good. I think all of you are getting a hang of it. Oh, and here comes the final arrow. Ah, look at the word. Yes, it's alligator. So, what's the spelling? A, L, L, I, G, A, T-O-R. Very good. All of you have done so well. And now the angel with all her arrows was able to save the fisherman from the alligator. So, let's read the story once again together. One day, a fisherman went to a lake for fishing. He tried to catch fish, but even after a long time, he could not even get a single one. He was so tired and he decided to take a short nap. He found a tree. He went and sat below it and fell fast asleep. An angel who was sitting on the tree observed all this, and she felt so sorry for him. At the same time, there was an alligator who was also watching the fisherman. The alligator moved very slowly towards the fisherman because he thought he could eat the fisherman. Now, the angel saw what the alligator was planning to do. The angel decided to save the fisherman. She thought she could shoot down the alligator before he caught the fisherman. She took out her bow and arrows, which were made with letters. She aimed the arrows at the alligator, but suddenly she noticed that the arrows are incomplete with missing letters. So what do you think is the moral of the story? Or what do you think you learned from the story? Yes, helping hands are better than praying lips. So we must all look out for each other and always try to help anyone in need. I hope all of you enjoyed the story. Now, let's look at a few new words that we learned from the story. The new words are fisherman, lake, tree, asleep, fish. Shall we say it once again? Fisherman, lake, tree, asleep, fish. Very good. Okay, so before coming to the end of our session, let's sum up everything that we have learned today. To start off, you were introduced to the letter A and also the three sounds of the letter A. A, A. Next, we learned a couple of new words. The words were apple, arrow, alligator, arm, angel, ape, apron, and air. Next, what did we do? Yes, you all learned a song of the letter A. I'm sure all of you remember it. Excellent. Now, let's go in for a small activity before I wind up the session. Now, in this activity, I would like you to look at the images that come up on screen and look at the word below it and say it aloud with me. Shall we do it? Okay. Look at the first image. What do you think it is? Yes, it's apron. Apron. Oh, here comes the second one. Arrow. Very good. Arrow. The next one. Air. Air. And the last one is arm. Excellent. I'm sure all of you enjoyed this session. We have more stories, more games, and more songs coming up. But until next time, bye-bye and take care.